Kicks to Anderson. It's hauled in by the Heat. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Now Pondexter. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Anderson, a screen on Hardaway. Takes a 3. Anderson can't get that one to fall. The Heat leading by 8. 17-foot shot on the way. And a wide-open look for Freak. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Hardaway has got 8 points.
He couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have.
Give it up for your Heat Dancers.
And one of the rising stars in the NBA is Anthony Davis. His offensive game is growing. Well, I'll tell you could be here an awfully long time. Hardaway's checked in for Goran Dragic. Pelicans trail by 8. Well, New Orleans is still a relatively young team, but they play with the maturity, I think, Clark, that's beyond their years.
You know, Kevin, the average age for them last year was just over 25 years old, and the youngest team in the West, actually, to make it to the playoffs last year.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. The big men are Bosch and Whiteside. Wade and Dang are the 2 and 3, and it's Hardaway in at the point. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pistons put on a show. He ended with 20 points and played some lockdown defense as well, causing havoc on both ends of the floor. He was just too much to handle as he came off the bench to turn in a great outing, guys. They hope it continues.
All right, thanks, Doris. He's got a lot of positives to take away from that game.
He really does. It was one of his better performances, and that's saying something because we've seen this guy have a lot of good ones.
And you'd have to imagine that he'll be out to build on it, to go one better here tonight.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give him a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming in to the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And for the Pelicans, part of why they look so mature is how they protect leads. I mean, rarely giving away points for free and knowing how to close out games.
Pelicans trail by 6. And Holiday kicks to Davis. Screen by Asik. Davis dishes to Asik. And it's going to be a 3-second call. We've got a moment now to go to a rookie watch and find out who among the NBA's freshman class have been the hottest shooters. Freak, number 1.
And his confidence is going to keep growing if he continues shooting like he has over the past month.
And what I like about him is he rarely pulls the trigger unless he has a quality look, an open look. And he's cagey and crafty in how he creates room for himself to get a shot off. Well, I love his offensive presence. A lot of poise he plays that end of the floor with.
Screen by Asik. Gordon kicks to Evans. Feeds to Asik. Now the pass to Davis. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. The shot by Holiday, no good.
As a player, you always want to be able to answer back, but he just didn't have it in him that time.
And that one's good.
He's taller than most point guards, and he really put his length to use right there.
Pelicans trail by 11.
And with the way the Warriors went on a rampage last year, you knew that Alvin Gentry would be in demand. Was the architect behind the Warriors' offense, is one of the best offensive minds in our league.
Miami's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Stolen by Evans. Looking to end the run, and stolen by Whiteside. Dang attacking. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
I tell you, Luol Deng is not exceptional in any one area, but really doesn't have any weaknesses either. I think he's been one of the most complete small forwards over the past decade in the league.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Chris Bosh. And it's Green in for Dwayne Wade. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at the Clippers. Playing very well. And, of course, New Orleans. Not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And, you know, for the Pelicans, hanging where they are, right in the middle of the standings, will not make things easy for them down the stretch.
Well, it figures to be a hectic finish to the season as they attempt to lock down a postseason berth. They've got very little margin for error the rest of the way.
Talking about Luol Deng, his consistency year to year has been outstanding. Over 11 seasons, Greg, if you look at his averages across every category, they're remarkably similar.
And here's a guy who can score from anywhere. Great mid-range game, makes plays for his teammates, rebounds at both ends. He is versatile and bankable.
Hardaway from outside. It's rebounded by New Orleans. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
And talk about a team that just never seemed to get into a rhythm offensively. It was just an ugly game to watch.
Yeah, that's an understatement. I mean, they didn't appear to have any kind of cohesiveness in terms of game plan, and they never figured out how to attack the defense in that.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
To the wing right side. Stoudemire, the pass to Hardaway. Good. Hardaway has got 13 points in just this quarter.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint.
Shape up.
And so that's the end of the first half.
Well, I'm with Eric.
Hey guys, listen up. We've got a good lead, but
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team shoot. Hardaway's checked in for the Heat. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. We can go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any star off a team, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out.
So for New Orleans right now, Davis and Asik in the middle. Holiday at the 1 with Gordon at the 2. And it's Evans in at the 3, the small forward. Pelicans trail by 11. It's stolen by Deng. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials. You know, Bosh was the big injury hit for the Heat, but they had a lot of other injuries as well. I mean, had to use 31 different starting lineups last season, and 20 different players started at least one game.
Green, he's checked in for Luol Deng. Wade dishes to Bosh. Stolen by Gordon. Holiday against Wade. Holiday attacking. Shot by Gordon, wide open. No good off the back of the rim.
And injuries are something that you can't plan for, but you can prepare for them. And hopefully the Heat can avoid injury woes this season. If they can, they at least have players who have been through that struggle last year.
Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And it's Davis with the jam.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Really unfortunate for Eric Gordon that an assortment of injuries have really derailed his career. A few years back, he looked like he'd be an absolute star. Once a 22 points a game score, was down to 13 a game last season.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Stoudemire comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And Winslow subbed in for Dwayne Wade. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Perkins, he's checked in for Ashi. Anderson comes in for Davis. Quincy Pondexter, he's checked in for Tyreek Evans. And it's Norris Cole in for Drew Holiday. Yeah. On the topic of Eric Gordon, one would think he's still young and talented enough to be a difference maker with any team. He just has to stay healthy. That really is the bottom line. He's got to keep his health.
Kevin, the truth is, though he's had a number of injuries, they've all been different. It isn't one chronic thing. So with a little good luck, we could see him shine once more.
And what a tremendous game for Hardaway. 25 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
Luke Babbitt, he's checked in for Eric Gordon. Here's Cole, guarded by Hardaway. Shot is good, and the Heat's lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Cole.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
55 seconds left to play here in the third. Dishes it to Perkins. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Stoudemire, right side. Now here's Hardaway. Tight defense on him. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. Pelicans trail by 6.
And with the time left, they still can go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to do it fast. They must hurry from here.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
From outside, off the mark.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's played tight. I mean, you can see it. No flow at all to his game right now.
And Cole kicks to Anderson. Shoots a fader. Green with the rebound. With 1 on the clock. And it's in. Oh, wow. He nails the...
Okay, Miami, now coming out of the court.
The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you down. Hardaway, he's in at the point. Anderson is outside. Oh.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
And here's Anderson for 3. Pelicans keep it alive for 3. Gordon, that's good. 8 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Hardaway. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Anderson. Holiday gets it to fall.